Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's your old pal, Mr. Greg here, broadcasting to you from Mr. Greg's top secret auxiliary undisclosed broadcasting location with this week's video. Since Mr. Greg's YouTube channel has recently gone public, Mr. Greg is absolutely tickled pink to announce that he has 32, that's right, 32 subscribers. And to all the naysayers out there that say 32 subscribers is no big deal, here's a graph that accurately illustrates exponential growth. And further, this graph demonstrates how the correlation between seemingly unrelated events may in fact be too common to be considered coincidence. And since social media posts can be considered largely responsible for the outcomes of recent elections, it isn't too far of a stretch of the imagination to predict that YouTube subscribers are an accurate measure of popularity for the upcoming 2024 election. So, Mr. Greg has decided to run for president. And for those that still have your doubts, in the immortal words of Tupac Shakur, you think I'm playing? This ain't a game. Under the political affiliation of the all-new Beach Party, the first focus of my administration will be to see that everyone gets an ukulele. The second, tax reform. Taxes. Worry about them no more. With my new all-cashless infrastructure plan, all goods will be bought and sold for in exchange for ukulele music. Here's how it'll work. With one very short, painless, totally safe outpatient procedure, each citizen will receive a brain implant that will track their ukulele practice time, thus ensuring that each citizen contributes their fair share of ukulele music to the economy. Those who practice the most will achieve the most wealth, while at the same time completely leveling the playing field between socioeconomic statuses once and for all. If you would like to know more about my stance and views on various political issues, please visit www.mrgregistotallyoutoфhisdepth.com. So, can I count on your vote in 2024? Just say, here we go again. This week's song is Bon Jovi's Livin' on a Prayer. We're going to get to the song here in just a few, but first, in the name of redundancy, and like all other videos, I want you guys to check your tuning first. You'll recall from all other videos that your G string 2nd fret produces the same A note as your open A, that the E string 5th fret produces that same A note as your open A, and that the C string 4th fret produces the same E note as your open E. If that sounds good, skip ahead. Otherwise, this is how your G string should sound. Your C, your E, and your A. Okay, so this song only uses either 4 or 8 chords, depending on how you want to play this. The first 4 chords that you have to use are E minor, C, D, and G. Okay? The second 4 chords are G minor, E flat, B flat, and F. Okay, and what I mean by whether, depending on how you want to play it, is chorus B is the same thing as the other choruses, except it's transposed to the key of G minor. So if you don't like those that second set of 4 chords, the G minor, E flat, B flat, and F, you can just play the first chorus again and do this whole song with only 4 chords. Moving on to the strumming. In the verses, every chord, or for every mentioning of a chord, it's going to get 8 eighth notes. So that's down up 4 times, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and per mention of the chord. So that opening line of Tommy used to work on the docks, Union's been on strike, he's down on his luck, that's going to be 8 eighth notes per each of those 4 E minors. Okay, so that's going to be a total of 32 strums. And as a reminder, we strum our eighth notes as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. The counts are our down strums, the ands are our up strums. So you have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay? Now again, every verse, or in each verse, every chord gets 8/8 notes per mentioning of the chord. So at the end of each phrase of the verse, where it says E minor times 2, that means 2 measures of E minor. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 times. Moving into the pre-chorus, all chords, with the exception of the last D, are going to be 1 strum each. Chords in brackets are half notes, so they're strummed on 1 and 3, and chords not in brackets are whole notes. So for instance, that first line of the pre-chorus, she says we've got to hold on to what we've got. The C is 1 strum on 1, the D is strummed on 3, and then the E minor is strummed on 1 of the next measure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? When we get to that last D on the pre-chorus, that's going to be 4 down strums. We'll give it a shot. Okay? That same strumming and chord rhythms applies in the chorus. So chords in the brackets are half notes, strummed on 1 and 3. Chords not in brackets are whole notes. Everything in the chorus is going to be strummed 1 time. The way that we're going to play this is we're going to go down the first page onto the second. Now keep note on the second where I just write in pre-chorus and chorus. That means you're going to jump back and play the pre-chorus and the chorus on the first page. And then you have a refrain, which is just C strummed 1 time as a whole note, and we go into our bridge. Chords in the brackets are half notes strummed on 1 and 3. Chords not in the brackets are whole notes strummed on 1. Moving in chorus B, it's exactly the same as the first chorus, except we're using different chords. Rhythmically, everything's the same, and that's pretty much the tune. So down the first page, onto the second, jump back, play the pre-chorus and the chorus, then jump back to the second page, play the refrain, the bridge, chorus B, and refrain B, which is the same thing as the first refrain, but just with an E flat. And that's the tune. So let's give it a shot, you guys. All right, living on a prayer. Let's do it, you guys. Tommy used to work on the docks. Union's been on strike. He's down on his luck. It's tough. So tough. Gina works the diner all day, working for her man. She brings home her pay for love. For love. She says we gotta hold on to what we've got. It doesn't make a difference if we make it or not. We've got each other, and that's a lot for love. We'll give it a shot. Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer. Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. Whoa, living on a prayer. Tommy's got his 6 strings in hop. Now he's holding on what he used to make it talk. So tough. So tough. Gina dreams of running away. When she cries in the night, Tommy whispers, baby, it's okay. Someday. She says we gotta hold on to what we've got. It doesn't make a difference if we make it or not. We've got each other, and that's a lot for love. We'll give it a shot. Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer. Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. Whoa, living on a prayer. Living on a prayer. We've gotta hold on, ready or not. You live for the fight when it's all that you've got. Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer. Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. Whoa. All right, you guys, there you go. Bon Jovi's Living on a Prayer. See you next week.